Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting with Mr. Orlu, and the first game is Arabia. We were talking about the civilizations already, but we will talk a lot more, right, Mr. Orlu? And what we can say, oh, there's a small pause, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting inside. And in a first look, who will have for you, Mr. Orlu, the best civilizations here?
Well, I thought, the game is going. Okay,
Yeah.
It had that weird bug where it unpaused, but I had to manually unpause it. But anyway, we will be having Miguel in the blue as the Magyars for Brazil, alongside Dogao's Aztecs. And they're going to be up against Spain, with Tato in the red as the Tatars to the northeast, and Lan in the yellow as the Slavs to the northwest. And personally, I still actually kind of like the civs of Spain a bit better, just because I feel like it works well in the long run as well as the short run.
Do you really think that if the game is go for the late game, then Slavs and Tatars should dominate Magyars and Aztecs?
Yeah, I do actually.
But they don't have.
Assuming that Tatars can go into cav archers.
Yeah. But Magyars can have paladins, and the mobility with paladins, Slavs maximum cavaliers, and I am not a fan to using halberdiers in a 2v2.
Oh, that's just because you need to use boyars, man.
Yeah, well, but they never use it, because yesterday I was thinking, why they didn't use, for example, in that Slavs game when he was, because cavaliers against the berserkers. What about voyars in that situation?
In that particular situation, the thing with boyars is, I was talking about this with Nilly. So if you compare a boyar to like a cavalier or a paladin, they'll have 4 extra melee armor, but with chieftains, you're still getting +6 bonus damage against cavalry, so it's still going to be not that great. But yeah, I feel like a boyar transition would have at least been better, although not amazing. You also get the higher attack.
Okay, well, we're talking about this because, well, maybe we can have a situation where the voyars can be used today. Also, I love those units, and I love units, Orlu, that are not really being used too often, right? Because I don't know what you think, like being a little bit repetitive, the games in Arabia, right? Because it's always the meta is the same. You cannot really innovate something too much. Yesterday was some innovation, right? On Valley, when they were going forward aggressive with the siege workshop and the monastery.
Yeah, that was definitely really interesting. We did see show tells yesterday as well, so I mean, can't complain about that, because that was pretty fun. But we'll have to see. Arabia, as you're saying, is usually very standard, and what a thrilling end to this game.
Restart?
It's past 4 minutes.
Yeah, but probably Brazil restarted. Let's analyze then, because we were talking about the siege, and then why they restart. Did they get limit? Did they lost something? I don't see any lost. Why you in a best of 7 restart in a map like this? Maybe the matchup, they didn't want to be Aztecs versus Tatars. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to know, because Slavs versus Magyars. So, and the map, for example, for Dogao, I'm telling, because Brazil restart, map for Dogao is amazing, if you ask me.
Yeah, just take all your resources and put them at the back, except the forward pushes. They're only a little bit far forward. I like how Dogao is even putting the house wall on the little hill there, just to minimize how anyone could use that. Okay. Miguel's map it's not great.
Nah, but that goal for Miguel is safe. It's protected by the wood. Yeah. Even if it's forward, so... Yeah. And it's the cavalry safe, so I don't know. Anyway, let's go and check the restart. Let's go. We are starting after quite some time waiting, and well, it's good because we don't need any countdown since it's live games with me, Mr. Orlu, and green and blue are Brazilians. Yellow and red is gonna be the whole series. Spain, that's a good thing, because we're gonna get used to those colors. And we have on the left or in the north, we have Brazil, in the south, right side, Spain. And the matchups now are Tato with Tatars versus Magyars, and Lan with the Slavs versus, let's say, the Archer Civ, Dogao. Then, what do you think about these matchups?
I think it is going to be good for Spain, that it seems like Lan and Dogao are fairly, far away from each other. And that's going to benefit the guy who has more mobility, which is going to be, in this case, Slavs. And then if you're looking at the other side, you want your archer player to be as close to the cav player as possible, because then you can just close the distance and then, shoot him in the face with your crossbows. And I think that's going to work out pretty well for Spain.
Okay, Dogao has been playing pretty much in every single Arabia game for the fast castle. 3 militias fast castle. Do you think this is the right choice here with the Aztecs?
Now, in a vacuum, I would say that the fast castle crossbowman play has been extremely powerful. But then I saw the games between Brazil and China yesterday. And they just did such a good job of exploiting that. So I'm a little unsure right now. Because it seems like in every other situation, the strategy has just felt so powerful as you're just able to get that early Castle Age pressure against the dudes you just completely outrange. But
yeah, but
we'll have to see.
It reminds me also of the Acropolis game with Norway. In 90% of the situations with the aggression Spain was trying to put, the teams will fail, will panic, they will get enter. They never enter. So, a strategy or individual skills.
And yeah, it's
you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, it's an important question, and also play style. Like if you're trying to do something super aggressive against Viper and MBL, who are like two of the very best defensive players, it's going to be a lot harder. Than say against, another top team like Brazil, who I would say that if you're going for something aggressive, it's going to be relatively better, even though the two teams are at fairly similar skill levels.
Okay, well, we'll see, because, man, I don't know you, but I'm really looking forward to see if China can repeat that performance today against the Viper and MBL. But for now, we will focus. We can see how, since you cannot lame elephants, they are being, well, let's say a little bit greedy. I'm talking about Brazil. He's pushing already the ostrich, but we see how Tato is already taking 2 goats, and Lan is already there. This double scout early aggression is working so well in general, in the tournament, but yesterday as well. They did some good damage with this one.
Yeah, I think the way I described it yesterday is that it's a very low risk, high reward strategy where you're not really giving up anything. As you're saying, you can't lame elephants with your scouts, so let's just go and kill a villager if we can, and if not, no harm done.
Okay, well, for now they're still trying to find the wood line. That wood line seems this when on top of that hill. If the scout get a relative good spot, they can really do a massive damage, Mr. Arlo.
And we have to remember Tadar's getting
exactly.
that extra high ground advantage.
Wow. But they didn't go to explode that one. Now he has to go this on very risky, make a small palisade.
Oh, they didn't scout it, that's why.
Yeah. They didn't?
Oh, that's awkward. I feel like they could have maybe gotten the villager pick on the south side of the lumber camp.
Yeah, they did explore, but I don't know. Well, they didn't do anything at all. And then we see, obviously, the Barak from Dogao. On the right side, Barak as well from Tatot, who is sending already the militias. So, it seems that both archer shifts are going for the same approach.
Indeed, that does appear to be the case. And that's, it's very normal. We have just archers plus cavalry, and I think that's why we're saying Aztecs aren't as good, is because versatility is not an asset that's very useful in a 2v2, just because you're making one unit and you want to be really good at making that one unit. That's why we just see like Mayans, Britons, Franks all the time. So Aztecs, with being able to go for like archers and then infantry and monks, not really going to be doing as well.
Yeah, let's not forget that they have to be careful with the early aggression from Magyars. We didn't mention about the forging, and honestly, if you make some good attack there with the scouts, they can do a lot of damage. Now Dogao is going back because he has 2 scouts there. They might kill one village, and Tato is also at the same time there with the militias. Well, but they can create exactly what they are looking for. You see, some aggression here. Don't let him wall comfortably. While Tato, differently like it happened yesterday to him in the Arabia, he's now going to be wall and not Dogao.
Yeah, and this just seems like such a strong play overall, because you're just preventing the archer player in this case from getting into a safe and comfortable position, so that by the time that Miguel hits feudal age, that it's not going to be as easy for them to ever do anything aggressive, and on the other side, Tato is almost certainly going to be fully walled.
Yeah, well, now they have one thing that is really nice. The scout from Miguel was already in feudal, but the scout is getting all the damage. The eagle is very strong as well. They have the hill, but they need to run away. But as you said, when you are with the army here, I mean, Dogao now need to multitask a lot more than Tatot, for example, and that's always a problem in a transition to Castle Age.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially when you're really trying to just eke out those resources in a very tight build order. And we actually, yeah, still have no feudal age clicked up yet for Dogao and Tanto. And uh-oh, that villager, he came to the wrong part of town, even though he's in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, one villager down. They are already doing the damage. And Dogao has obviously one villager behind. And I want to check his resources. Resources-wise, he's okay. Still not mining any gold and not going up to feudal age. But Tato is gonna be now in a much better position, seriously. Because it's still his wall now, so shouldn't be terrible, right? But it's a small advantage already.
Oh yeah, certainly. Militia just going to be fighting a little bit. They're most likely going to end up killing each other. Maybe we're just going to be seeing the militia of Dogao end up winning, but honestly, 2 militia at sort of half HP aren't really going to accomplish a whole lot anyway, so it's just more or less overall just a very strong victory here for Brazil early on. And in their series versus China, it's like Brazil just really wanted to get up in their face and do damage, but then just trying to never let them fight. I feel like they might have a better chance of doing that against Spain here.
Okay, let's see if it's gonna happen. We see how Dogao is already up with 27 villages, but look at the difference, Orlu. For a few seconds difference, it's true that he's faster than Tato, but Tato is already with 3 villages ahead. Well, I mean, 3 villages ahead that early in the game is still a lot of resources extra that you are getting, good economy, and we will see. Dogao, 500 food, 100 gold, Tato, pretty much the same, but with 3 villages more.
And that's always going to feel really, really good. And Tatars in general just going to be a fantastic fast castle civilization, since you just have that food security with all of the extra sheep food early on, even before the buff. And again, just to remind people, this is still on the last patch from now, like, over a month ago. So no new Tatars, no nerfed Aztecs. Everything is as it used to be.
Yeah, I thought they were going to, after the group stage, to put the new patch, because, I don't know, I mean, since the group stage was kind of one-sided, I don't think it was going to be terrible for the teams to play in the new one, because daily, they are all playing the new civilizations. But anyway, we are playing with this one. They are still picking some civilizations surprised me, like yesterday also Teutons as well. I believe that you were surprised as well when you saw that.
On Team Islands?
Well, that for sure. Well, in Team Islands, yes, but also in Arabia, right? As well. Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly don't hate it. I think that it's sort of like a slightly offbeat pick, but it's still well within the realm of something you could consider very strong.
Okay, but you can see how Tatot is already on the way to Castellate faster than Dogao. How much fast is gonna be? Not too much, but still, it's faster and with more villages. So, well, now it's the same village, so he's going up. It's few seconds, but in these meta games, Orlu, those 30 seconds we have seen in many situations can be gamed.
Oh yeah, it's all about like fully exploiting just these small timing advantages and just taking that one big decisive fight in the 2v2 battle itself. Also notably, Miguel, he is sick and tired of getting, killed like every single game. He's just going full stone walls, man.
Oh my god, he really don't want to have what happened yesterday. But honestly, I don't know if you agree, but Tatot is already on to Gao's base. That goal is very exposed. If I was Tatot, I would go right away with the archers there, because those archers, immediately with Thambrin, is gonna be a domination. And Miguel, it's walling a lot, but what is he doing, Miguel? He is falling behind himself a lot in economy. And Lan and Tatot, if they go all together now into Dogao is gonna have a terrible time. I don't know what you think, Mr. Arlo.
Oh yeah, and especially we have to consider the fact that it's Magyars versus Slavs, and Slavs are just going to be having a significantly stronger eco, and that's why we're seeing a big Castle Age timing difference. Also, I think Miguel invested more into scouts than did Lan, so just like everything is kind of coming together for Spain to be in a very strong position.
I kind of feel that Tato's being a little bit slow. I mean, being that fast, I know that he probably don't want to waste his arches and going, but he could be already in the opponent base while he's just going now forward with the arches. And really, I think, look, for example, Dogao is faster, much faster in the opponent base, and now they are going to put some pressure on LAN, and this is exactly what the Spain should try to avoid, because they were in a good position. Because if now Tato has to move those arches, I believe that Tato will keep going to Miguel right now, because if he's moving to yellow, it will be a waste.
Yeah, definitely, and this is where I think we can see the stylistic differences between the two teams, as Brazil is just a lot more aggressive in wanting to get up in your grill. No archers able to kill villagers at the base of Miguel, but on the other side, at the base of LAN, well, he's having to get some contingency walls in, and he's almost to Castle Age. I think he should be maybe okay.
Yeah, but I don't know why he didn't make delete that farm where the scouts are right now and make a house. You need to wall that, because now those archers, if they go in and the scout with forging, they can still pick 3-4 villages, and this is exactly what you don't want. But LAN is walling this perfectly fine. He's been well protected, not losing absolutely anything at all till now.
That was well, villagers actually not getting picked off right there, so that was actually very well done there for our yellow player LAN. And we have a few crossbowmen from Tato hovering around at the base of Dogao, and it's kind of an interesting dichotomy between Tatars and Aztecs who don't get any thumb ring whatsoever, and Tatars who get it for free. So you really just see like the difference in these actual crossbow fights. They're gonna favor Tato a lot.
Yeah, well, LAN just lost one village, gonna probably lose another. The Knights are trying to cover those, but the Fortune is doing the damage. 2 villages down. Honestly, I don't know what you think, but those scouts from Miguel did the damage on LAN.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fairly large investment, going like 6 or so scouts before clicking up to Castle Age, but we're going to seeing an overall lead of 1 villager here for Miguel compared to LAN, but LAN has the larger army right now. It's 7 military to 4, Tato is 19 military to 15, and it's going to be pretty tricky here, because it's going to be a lot harder for Miguel to add extra town centers anyway, because of all the stone walls.
Yeah, that's for sure, and I don't see him mining stone. I'm checking now his point of view. He has 75 stone left only, not adding TCs. The problem is that now Tato is lonely, and if they make a double here, it's gonna be trapped. It's arriving in time. The Knights from LAN. I still insist that Tato should have been a little bit faster on Dogao's base, because Dogao was slightly behind, but now they are getting in, and this can be painful for Miguel, exactly because what you said. He cannot even add TCs while LAN is already adding town centers.
Exactly, and stable number 3 is fairly exposed as well, and that's 2 villagers down, and well, your walls are only as strong as their weakest link, right? And there was that little area that was only defended by 1 palisade. There had to be a quick wall behind it, but even then that doesn't feel super great. And overall, Tato's actually skyrocketing on archer numbers compared to his opponent. He's already got, like, what, third more?
Wow, it's so many. And remember, with Thambrin, and that he has ballistic as well. He has the university. I believe he got ballistic. It's true that the ballistic is going to be there as well from Dogao, but now the amount of farming is so big. I never understood, Orlu, really, why one player uses Stonewall all the side and then always leave some part of the map with the palisades, and then they get the damage. So all the stone walls for nothing.
And not just that, but the one part that's like kind of exposed is right at the front of your base, where your enemy is most likely to attack you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, right now you see the numbers and see how Dogao is ahead in village, which is kind of normal because Aztecs is insane civilization in terms of the economy, but he's not super behind from Tato. They have a lot of farming, and the biggest problem is that Miguel is falling incredibly behind, right? Because he's losing many buildings. He lost how many farmers he lost. And Magyars is not the Slavs. Magyars don't have any bonus at all.
Mem, I couldn't agree with you more. Magyars are not Slavs. They are a Uralic people who's most closely related to, you know, the Finns and Estonians more than the Slav neighbors.
Is it linking? I mean, I was missing your jokes, Mr. Orlu.
Oh, but, it's okay. They're not worth listening to anyway.
What do you think? Well, some are worth, but not all, to be honest.
I appreciate honesty in a person.
I'm always honest. I'm always honest. But Orlu, seriously, what do you think about this link? Again, this link. Again, I hate. Come on, I hate this link, man. I don't want to scream. I also don't want to scare your viewers away. But come on, man, stop slinging. But probably now they feel that if they don't sling, there's no choice, and for that reason, he's building more stables. But this link is gonna be great, Orlu, when he's losing all the buildings, right?
I mean, it's a panic sling, right? And the panic sling almost never works, but again, they feel like they kind of have to do that. Knights swooping in here, they do it +2/+2 compared to just the +2/+1, but crossbows are able to just add so much more DPS with the power of Thumb Ring.
Look at that. Killing all.
That they're fine.
Yeah, but when you are slinging, you don't have to be fine. You have to destroy. You have to dominate. And look how many knights he's killing. Tatot going back, and if you keep the numbers, checking the numbers, they are still slightly ahead in knights and in archers, and they are under the sling. My goodness. Well, it's what it is.
Indeed, but if the crossbow can get the Tatar bonus on the high ground, that can be pretty sick, especially against knights. But yeah, I mean, you're all too right. You need to really just be snowballing the game like crazy, and you're kind of keeping it at parity. But that doesn't really matter if you're just going to get completely annihilated 2v1. And yeah, here again, we're going to be seeing a fight where I think Thumb Ring is going to be a very big difference maker.
Now, this is game, Orlu. I don't know if you agree, but this is game. This might be even the last battle. And maybe not the last battle because he keeps spamming knights with 4 stables. But look at the amount of crossbows. He's taking a lot of farming. He's going to keep sending more and more. And if we check just the numbers in villages, we see how Miguel is down to 49 villages, 6 army. 6 army, please resign, going for the game number 2. That might be my favorite map, Team Islands.
Oh yeah, Team Islands has very much been one of those maps that's delivered. It's always interesting when looking at tournaments to like, okay, which maps do you think are the best? Which ones kind of fell flat? Or you could just be mem and have a tournament with only one map. But yeah, I think Team Islands has definitely been one of the stars of this tournament.
Yeah, I hope that they don't make it a tournament anymore, but it's definitely the stars of the tournament. I mean, Team Islands is being fun, to be honest, because they are being... I mean, they pick Team Island and they never play water. What do you think about that? Because they are landing all the games.
This interesting two-front battle, right? You know, you have the fight on land and the fight on water.
Yeah, and you can imagine why we are talking about that, right, Orlu? Because the game is over.
Because, yeah.
I mean, the game was over.
He even tells us, Mem, the game is over! Exclamation mark.
Oh my god, Orlu, seriously, I mean... Orlu in another level. Well, I mean, what we can say to describe, to resume the game, they have won pretty easily, let's say, because Miguel was with a civilization that is already worse in economy. He just put himself even more behind because he did more scouts, didn't do any damage, so land was slightly ahead, and from there, obviously, the archers from Tatot are much stronger than Aztecs. Nothing they can do against that.
Yeah, and I think that it kind of begs the question as to what exactly they wanted to accomplish. I think, again, it's the Brazilians wanting to get up in the face of their opponents. You can see, like, they want to take the feudal age fights, but it just doesn't really seem to happen.
No, I mean, I feel that this has been a really clear victory. Like, well, he was I think already 4,000, and Miguel maximum 52 villages. They lost in pretty much the first attack, Orlu. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's kind of how Arabia has gone across the board.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's definitely living up to expectation.
Yeah, but you thought that it was going to be like this? I expected a little bit more games, going a little bit, you know, for the late games, some big battles. But it's not happening. It didn't happen in the whole tournament, and now there's really low chances to happen. There's only another series left.
Exactly, and I think it's unfortunate because I feel that 2v2s are at their most interesting, one on like weird maps, and two in late game, because you can't just be making one unit anymore, and you actually have to have a little bit more versatility in what you're going for, and I think you can get some really sick games that way, but we just don't really get that.
Well, that's something that we have to analyze, Mr. Orlu. why this is happening, and it's probably because the meta is not the best for the game. For me, the best map in the tournament, and that's another topic, has been Nomad, amigo, is the most enjoyable map in the tournament by far. And guys,
you make me
let's
smile.
jump. Yeah, I know why, and we will talk about that, but we jump into game number 2. There you go, guys. We're starting game number 2, and now no restart, Mr. Olu, which is gonna be great. And in Ghost Lake, we can see right now with the same colors, all the series, remember? And we have Dogao with China, Miguel with Teutons, Tatot with Ethiopians, land with the Hans. You see those shifts, and your thoughts are what, Mr. Arlo?
We kind of have, I think, the more defensive civs, interestingly, with the Brazilians. Kind of like Teutons and Chinese in a longer game, but Huns and Ethiopians are going to be great at sort of getting up in your face. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, but honestly, Ghost Lake has been, I actually think, the worst map of the tournament. I feel like just most games are just kind of straightforward smashes in like mid-Castle Age, but we'll see what can happen here.
But why? I mean, but if you really check, there's many maps like are similar, because Ghost Lake, Valley, even Golden Pit. It's true that Golden Pit has the gold in the middle, but the meta is like, since there's a lot more trees than probably we wanted, they are walling a lot, because Valley, it's probably designed for a really aggression, also with so many hunt in the middle, but they are going for a super slow pace. Remember yesterday in Norway, some of the best players in the world just walling, and 2 castles defending Krepos, just going for the boom all the time.
The thing though with Valley is that you are positioned a little bit far away from your opponent, so I guess that makes a little bit more sense. And Valley, you know, it has, I think, given some really fantastic games. I mean, we can't forget Spain versus Argentina B on that with Tato and the Rattan Archers. Like, that was such a sick game. But I feel like Ghost Lake, it's actually the most played map other than Arabia, of course. And I feel like there are just so many forgettable games here.
Yeah, probably you don't even remember one to be good, because it was, well, let's see. Anyway, we can see, and let's pray to some better game. For now, we see how Miguel, as Tito has 3 villages on wood, he's facing who? Tato with Ethiopian. So we have cavalry versus archers in both sides, because Lan, as a Hans, is gonna face Dogao with China. It's true that China has versatility. You with China can do whatever you want. But since his teammate is Teutons, we believe that Dogao will go either archers or again Dras and transition to Castle Age.
Yeah, you don't really think of China as being the Drush Fast Castle Civ, but you know, you can make it work if you #believe hard enough. And yeah, it's funny because they specifically put the gold forward every single time. Like, you will always have a forward main gold, but that means you also like almost always have a safe secondary gold, so it's still super easy to wall.
Are you becoming a Twitter fanboy now? What is this, Arno?
A Twitter fanboy?
Did you say the hashtag, man? You are also going now with the hashtag? This happened a lot in Twitter. Come on.
Oh.
What is this?
Oh yeah. No.
Come on.
I did just get a Twitter, but that was. Oh no, Miguel!
He's gonna lose a villager. He's gonna lose that villager. No, he's gonna. Oh my god. This is. I mean, this save is not because of a skill. This save, Oru, is because of the E. Because
does that not work on Vubli? I feel like that does, right? He built the house.
He didn't even make the house properly in time, if you ask me. And that pathing with the boar couldn't even walk. I mean, it was a stuck there. You know what I mean? So it wasn't normal. It was bugged, in my opinion. I don't know.
It's hard to say, right? But
yeah.
Regardless. Wow. You know, Miguel's villager will live to survive another day, and he will have some sort of punishment for this, in that he has a little bit of idle time, especially with those villagers, so it's not like he's getting completely away scot-free.
Okay, I'm gonna make you a recurrent question that for me is really, really important. And the question is, why the hell they ban Arena?
To make me sad.
No, but seriously, check blue and green. Why they ban Arena?
I feel like it's a map that favors preparation a lot.
Exactly, I mean, but I said, I don't know with what co-caster was, and I said, I'm sure that we will go to the latest stage, referring to the semifinals and finals, and with the top players, we are not gonna see a single arena game. Why they don't want to play arena, man? I mean, like you said, there's a lot of preparation, and man, they are doing arena maps every single map. I don't get it.
I think that when left to their own devices and if you leave the pros to choose whatever they want to play, they're going to give you the most boring possible outcome every single time. And they just want to kind of play like the same map over and over and over again, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like they want to go mechanical mode activated 100%, right? Like, don't want to try something new, man. Seriously. Because all these maps are super meta game. Like, we don't have even to prepare. Sometimes you are thinking, do you think they practice a lot? Because this reminds me a lot to rated games.
Yeah, definitely. It's just more try hard.
Yeah.
But
okay.
It's weird because you only have that so much, and there are still plenty of different maps. But I feel like, well, I guess a team like Brazil, like they really don't like arena. Yeah, like I know Miguel did well in Masters Arena like a long time ago, but like as a team, they're not really clowns.
Okay, but then if we check the strategy, Lan is in Feudal Age, fast, but he's walling, and Lan, again in this map, you go up super quick, fake, not even a barrack, man. It's incredible.
Yep.
Man. Like just going for the boom, feudal boom, let's say. Damn.
Yep, just go grab your eco upgrades as quickly as possible, and then you'll still be getting a very reasonable Castle Age time behind all of that. I don't really know why they feel so inclined to go for Feudal Age if they're not even doing anything with it, because it's not as good as just going straight fast castle. But
yeah, but seriously, I mean, if you go normal feudal with good aggression, there's a lot of possibilities to break in. Even to force them to make towers to defend, like there's a lot of potential gaps, because this is not like super close map, and they are just not attacking, not doing anything. I mean, you see this, and you want to play Empire Wars, man, because like there's nothing going on, and we can talk now about Michi if you want, Orlo. You know what I mean or not? Like,
might as well just talk about Forest Nothing or CBA. It's about as interactive.
Please don't kill me now, Orlo, because Michi's okay, but Forest Nothing, I'm not sure. Anyway, Blast with an Archie range. Of course, Dogao, we're gonna have a good, really nice transition to Castle, is because China is a great economy. Yeah, but Lan is getting there already. Like, he's sit down on 450 foot, while Blue doing the wheelbarrow and 300 foot as well. They will do a pretty fast Castle Age, I believe. And Ethiopians, just imagine, Ethiopians, when they get now 100 extra foot and gold, or look, directly to Castle Age.
Yep, Ethiopian's going to be one of the strongest fast castle crossbow civs out there. Also a fair amount of wood in the bank, interestingly. And that's double archery range. Is he also building a blacksmith?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just has plenty of wood. And he's going to be really getting those archer numbers up high quite quickly. And something that I think is interesting is, okay, you're Ethiopians and you're going up directly against Teutons. You get that extra armor for melee attacks, but because you lack husbandry, they're relatively worse against good archer civs. So I think that's a little unfortunate for Miguel.
Okay. Well, in this situation, I mean, Teutons is very strong, but since this is the archers, I mean, I really think that not having husbandry can be very important.
Yeah, I think especially against archers, and we have to say that this meta is very, I think, archer favored. We've seen so many games where the game is decided by, okay, one dude is just like with 40 crossbowmen, and then nothing can kill it, and then the game ends.
Yeah, crazy. Well, and honestly, the Hans is not gonna be a little bit faster than the Teuton. Well, almost the same time. Remember the 20% production faster from the stables as well. So, if Tato and Lan really play together with a good coordination, Hans and Ethiopian should have the advantage here.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're the much more aggressive civs of the four, and you know it has to be said that on Ghost Lake you're not super close to your teammates. So if you can sort of bounce between your two enemies effectively, I think that it can be a really good opportunity here for Spain to get some damage in.
Yeah, and look what is happening on land. According to the situation that happens in the previous game with Miguel, Land can see that the weakest spot is in front, and he has double palisade all over. You see, double palisade because the other on the left, close to the TC, he knows that he's going to be protected, and the other one, since it's farther, it has time. It has really time to relocate or even wall a little bit closer to his resources. The problem is that Dogao is quite fast there. Now he's gonna make some more walls, but I think Land should be well protected, or maybe not. What do you think?
I think he should be fine. He's around 75% of the way up to Castle Age. Bodkin is going to be in. It's definitely going to be a little bit of inefficiency when it comes to the economy, but I don't really think he's going to be sustaining any sort of massive damage.
Yeah, and we can see how Tatut is going. Yeah, he's well protected. Look at the stable, how well built is in that wood line. He need to go away. Now the archers from red are going to jump in time, and with double stable and knights much faster, well, a little bit faster than Miguel, they need to go back or they will lose all those archers.
And it is just so important to maintain those archer numbers as you get into the mid game. If you just get your crossbow count reset, then it's so easy to just get completely snowballed out of control. So definitely smart move from there. Notably, something that we've seen from Dogao is he's very quick to add the second TC. He never really wants to go like full, 5 ranges, 1 TC, quick ballistics. He really does like to get that eco up.
But that works if the other teams are going meta, not super aggressive. If the other team is going full army, that probably is gonna make them fall behind. It happened yesterday and probably happened in the previous game.
Yeah, certainly. Notably, there are only 2 ranges for Tato, but he is going for the quick university and ballistics upgrade.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the difference, right? Because he doesn't have... Now he's doing the university, but that timing with the army there, and remember guys, Ethiopian archers, 18, right? 18 faster. It's the archers. It matters, man. It matters, and ballistic is already there.
It is indeed. Ballistics now coming in here for Tato, as you're saying. Notably, though, not a ton of archers at the front lines. Has a little more than half that of his opponent. But it looks like they are just going to go right over to the base of Miguel, who seems to be learning from his mistakes, which is good. Is now double layer walled, completely adding in his second town center.
It's even better than Arena. And now they stay at home. Yeah, but I like Spain is taking the initiative to go into attack, while the others are keeping passive on Dogao's base. That means that Miguel might have some problems, because honestly, even if you are double palisade with those archers and knights, those palisades will fall really fast.
Exactly, and I would like to see a siege workshop potentially. You know you're going to be favored in knight versus knight battles. I mean, it's the strength that Teutons give you. Although notably, he doesn't actually have +2 defense just yet, so it's not that great. But I think you just want to make sure you're a little bit extra safe, and there is 1 villager going down already.
He killed 1 village, now they're gonna break. Look how fast it's gonna break, and they don't have, like you say, the +2. He need to get the +2, otherwise it's gonna be a real problem there. He's breaking, now he's walling a little bit, but it's still open because there is some farmers, so he can go. If I was Lan, I will go in with the knights. Absolutely. Just go for the gold miners. Oh my god. Well, it's 1 battle, and this can be already, sadly to say, can be the game. Look at this.
Yeah, there needs to be something big happening here. What is Dogao doing? He's just coming in to reinforce his teammate, but, it's like when you show up to the party and then everyone's dead.
Yeah, the score is similar, he's even switching, but now he's moving all the economy is idle from Miguel. 32 villages, he dropped it a lot, 13 are idle. Look at the military. Wow, man. Wow, Mr. Olu, what is this?
Can they escape? I think they might be able to. I really like how they were sort of splitting duties between
Thank you so much,
the
Arch.
crossbowmen shooting the
Thank
far
you so
palisade and the
for
knights
the crazy
attacking
support.
the closer one. And I think it is also smart to sort of try and retreat at this point, at least as best you can. But a couple knights coming in here for the flank from Miguel. So that is going to be a very nice move here from the Brazilians. And that is going to be a completely reset crossbow count there for Tato.
Oh, look at those! Well, those archers from Tattooed. Were the archers from Tattooed, right, Mr. Orlo? Because I don't see them anymore. But then my question is better at this point in the game to be ahead in the economy? Because Miguel is so behind, but then you can see also Dogao with a huge boom. So who has the advantage? Maybe Brazil is in a better position now?
Yeah, I mean, Miguel suffered a lot of damage, yes, but he's only 4 vills behind Lan, who's still on 1 town center, whereas Miguel's on the 2 town center, so he can replenish those villager losses.
But why he's 1 TC? Orlu?
Because they want to go kill them.
Yeah, but 1 TC is needed 1 TC with the hands? Like, well, he has a lot of knights, to be honest. Go, Mr. Orlu.
Yeah, I was just saying. Well, I mean, he does have very strong knight numbers, but
they are not together now.
Fight here.
They are not together now. And remember, those Tito nows are very, very strong. Really, really strong. But now with the numbers all together here, who has more? Dogao has 31 army. But man, Tatot with the damn Ethiopians and going now 4 archery ranges has almost the same numbers again. So Spain is going all in with the military. That's why Dogao is that much ahead in the economy.
Exactly, but that will take some time to really pay off. And Crossbowmen just trying to micro back as best they can. The Knights of Miguel are going to be performing quite well in an actual fight. That is only really if you have comparable numbers, which is just not the case. And those Ethiopian crossbowmen just dealing so much damage from the back. And now Brazil pushed back once again.
Push back, push really back. Do you think that now maybe is the time for Tatot to even go for siege? Because if you go for siege forward, do you have those numbers? If Dogao is also coming and you have a Mangonel, you will deal really well. Or do you think that let's go, Tatot, all archers, and then with 3 TCs now try to go the transition to Imp? Because honestly, they are in a position to push for real.
It's very tricky, I think, either way, because I think you can make strong arguments for both. If you go for, like, the super heavy aggression, you do run the risk of Dogao getting Imperial Age, which he's going to be up fairly soon, and then you just, die to Arbalests, but, you have a big advantage right now, so I think you want to take it. I think you just want to go for the kill, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, they're taking all the stables, taking some villages, killing all the farms, killing a lot, really killing a lot. I know that Dogao will have a transition to him soon, but it might be 2 versus 1 army, and even if he's Chinese, and we saw what MBL could do yesterday in a similar situation with the Arbalest, I'm not sure, because now Tato Dalan has some really nice economy. Tato is with 41 archers, and honestly, with Archer Sif being with 60-70 villages, it's kinda okay.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Tato does have at least a reasonably good eco behind this. He does have the triple town center production, so he's going to be able to get up to Imp eventually at a pretty good time. And yeah, Tato's macro has been absolutely on point. And, well, just the power of Ethiopians, man. It's like one of those civs that's like, okay, yeah, you think of them as a fairly strong civ, especially in the archer department, but it's just, especially when they have that meat shield in front of them, they just deal so much damage.
Yeah, and now, in this point that they are took the risk to go for a lot of army land, Lan is sit down as well on 3 town centers. So Lan will let's say, recover the economy. But look how tricky it is to go 1 TC. With all the damage, Lan is still only 3 villages ahead to Miguel, which is insane.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive from Miguel, just trying to really do his best to stabilize. I love how he was very proactive in building up the the stables that he ended up losing at the front of his base, just really trying to make sure that he can keep sustaining that very important knight production. And now we have Tato clicking up to Imperial Age as well, going to be around 30% behind, but we are potentially getting to the point when Dogao is going to sort of explode onto the map with a good 7 range production.
Oof, 7 range production, but look at that house. He won in the last second when Lan was going there with a lot of knights, but look at the good thing they are doing right now. Lan is attacking in the north, and coming from the right side is Tato with so many archers. Yes, Dogao is going to be in Imperial faster with more villages, but Mr. Olu, this army production here from Tato, they have a lot of more army, and the difference in time to Imperial is gonna be like 30 seconds.
Well, certainly some villagers are going to die, but Dogao can build a castle at the front of his base, and that's going to be very important, as it seems like in 2v2s, you're very slow to go onto stone. Also, there's a random militia still alive. Hello there. But, you know, if you can buy time for Bracer and Arbalest, I think you can make this work with your Dogao.
Yeah, but the problem is that Tato's gonna have the upgrades as well. He's on 75% to Imperial Age, and now we see how Lan is starting to explode. Ooh, that was open. I thought it was more wall. So they're getting inside, and I was about to say that Lan is now definitely exploding in the economy. Here's where you see that because of the damage they did in the early game, Miguel is gonna be so damn behind.
Exactly. There's only so much you can do to.
Oh, and he's open. Oh, he's open with the at home, and he's sending knights as well. Oh, come on! Why they not rewall? Tato happens yesterday. He didn't rewall as well, and now another big battle on the left.
The Arbalests are just going to be mowing down those crossbowmen with their superior range. Uh-oh, things are looking a little bit tricky there on the one side, but Lan is so good with these knight plays. I mean, I'm just thinking of all the times yesterday when Lan was just keeping Spain alive just from having knights all over the place. And this is just like, you know, kicking poor Miguel while he's down, man.
Yeah, Miguel is getting destroyed. Now those Arbalests from Tato. Look at the Arbalests he's bringing from his base. I mean, he's gonna have the same amount of army than Dogao, but with the knight support, Mr. Orlo. So with the knight support and those archers, they're gonna wreck absolutely everything from Dogao, I believe.
Yes. Notably though, Tato, okay, he wants to get his archer armor upgrades because you don't want to be in a shootout against your opponent, even with your Ethiopians, if you don't have any armor upgrades.
Wow, it's truth.
But Lan is completely idling everything, and that is indeed because he's clicking up to Imperial Age, and that is going to be, I think, a very sizable advantage over Miguel, who's not really close at all.
Well, Miguel has 56 villages, Lan has 20 villages, more double the army. He's about to click up, like you said, no, he's on the way to Imperial already. So it will be 2 planets in Imperial when, well, the other planets is on the way to nothing.
But if you look at the overall score lead, it does belong to Brazil right now, and that is because of Dogao, and he's not going to be pushing Lan, even with a forward castle. And as you were saying, MBL yesterday, with the green Chinese, I don't know, maybe it's the color Civ combo.
Yeah, did the same, and now is deja vu. Is deja vu because we see how Dogao is going to make a castle on Lan face, and Tato is not really doing too much now. He need to go save Lan, because if not, Lan is gonna be in a similar position to Miguel, but with a difference. Lan has 34 army and is on the way to Imperial. If he just wait and get a little bit slimed by Tato, he should put Cavaliers +4, and that's a difference.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be a massive difference, but Arbalests are going to start to work away at these poor farmers. And, you know, no Saracens, no Oceanaires needed. Yeah,
is the Imperial TC? Is the Imperial TC? If he killed that TC, then it's game for Brazil. Is the Imperial Town Center? Is the Imperial Town Center? And he's not repairing. Lan is not repairing the TC. He's not repairing the Town Center. And is still alive, but for how long? 85%. He's taking the Town Center. Lan, repair the Town Center. He's not repairing the TC, and he's losing the Town Center. Unbelievable.
This is the time where we can remind everybody that town centers actually have slightly less pierce armor than most other buildings, so fully upgraded Arbalests are dealing more than 1 damage to them. And yeah, that was rather unfortunate.
Not only that, you should also remember to the people in the stream that if you repair the TCs, they get some HP extra, and not that now he's on the way to Imperial with that TC that the archers are there. Lan, honestly, I don't know what he's doing. I really don't know what he's doing. They are still killing Miguel. Miguel is still killing, but they don't attack Dogao. Dogao is gonna destroy absolutely everything if they are still like this. Lan now is behind in villas than Miguel. I can't believe this gameplay, Mr. Orlo, seriously.
Well, okay, so if we look at the situation, it would appear fairly even, but if we're looking at a 1v1 between Tato and Dogao, I feel like Dogao is in a better position by a little bit. Arbalest getting some nice picks off, but we do have a transition into Chukonu that's also a possibility. I don't know if you really want that against the Arbalests in the short run. but Lan is, I guess, creeping towards Imperial Age.
But Orlu, he should repair the TC and will be in Imperial. It was 90%. He just repaired. He will have already Cavaliers and they will get the game. Now he just lost a lot. They probably gonna still maybe come back in the game because he's gonna be in Imperial. But now Blue is on the way to Imperial, probably because Dogao is slinging already to Miguel.
Yeah, I think I saw coinage research a little while ago. Interestingly, we have Tato switching into some elite skirmishers, I guess realizing that, okay, the big problem is Dogao, so, you know, just get the skirmishers, deal with the enemy arbalests, and then be on your merry way. And I think that is a fairly reasonable option at this point.
Yeah, well, Tato has clean already on land base, and now in this situation, who got the advantage? I still think that this is Spain, even if they are behind in the score, just because of the timing. Even if he's behind in Villiers, he still have both players, both archer chiefs got pretty much the same Villiers and exactly the same archers. But now, I am just checking land point of view, and he has 2,000 gold. So if he's just getting some food sling by Tato, he will jump into Paladins.
Exactly, and Tato doesn't really need much food for anything. He's got all of his archer upgrades. He just switches back into arbalests, and yep, he's grabbing coinage indeed. Tato's actually now even on 4 town centers. And now I think we have to start thinking about siege being added, because there are a lot of forward castles, and they're going to need to be cleaned up somehow.
Well, we see, look at that castle from land. That's a perfect castle. Look at that hill. That castle in between those 3 town centers, with that hill is gonna be a castle that is probably never get killed, and then he can get the trebuchets from there.
With the understanding that Miguel is, you know, reasonably dead, he only has 9 military, how viable do you think Tarkans are against just like the pure Arbalest army?
They can eat completely as well, even probably better than the Paladins. But see, he has the knight number, and those knights are still +1/+2s because he reached Imp, and just now he's doing the +4 because he didn't have anything. He's killing a lot of Villiers again, and Miguel drop again much more. Villiers behind. No, well, not much more. He's behind, but the problem for Miguel, like you said, 0 army at all. 0 army at all, and Tato is getting all the map in this area. Well, if you ask me, the arbalests from Dogao are there, but Lan is stabilized a lot with that castle.
Yeah, exactly, and I feel that maybe something that Miguel can do to help support his teammates is maybe add in some siege. I like how he has a town center on like the other side of the map. I feel like you can add in some forward siege workshops and maybe go for, I don't know, some rams or onagers or something. But, well...
the problem is the mobility. Look on that side is... I mean, that's a fair trade for Tato, because if you lose archers, but the other is just losing skirmishes, obviously the one with the skirmishes is getting better trade here, because the skirmishers don't need any gold. So the resources wise is much better position here for Tato. Yeah, you can see the score is still lead for Brazil, but I don't think that now Brazil is with the advantage. What do you think?
No, because we have Elite Tarkin and the Dave Tech coming in, Marauders.
Yes.
And yeah, it's going to be Tarkans, and I feel like they're such an underrated unit. They're so insane against archers, and they're even better in that they can snowball super hard, because you can destroy the buildings too once you get an advantage.
Yeah, and he has already 25 farmers. 25 farmers is, according to the situation, pretty okay. He has a stone to make another castle to control the map. These arbalests and skirmishers. We see how... Well, Cavaliers. He's doing Cavaliers, but Miguel has 0 resources. 0 gold, 9 farmers only. What I mean is, he's just... because of the Gao economy keeping the game. Well, now Lan has 25 Lambre, has 25 farmers and 14 on gold, also 700 stone. It really seems, and the scores say, that Lan is in a much better position than Miguel.
Exactly, and how long can Dogao make this work as the Torchmen come in?
The Torchman, okay, never listened to that. Okay, the Torchman, guys, is... Tarkanitos! The Tarkans are coming. And like you say, look at those Tarkans gonna eat those archers. Because there is also some support from the Ethiopians. He need to go back. He got few Cavaliers. Those Cavaliers obviously are very strong as well. But they are just stabilizing completely. And now Yellow still keep raiding like crazy in the south as well, taking so many villages from Miguel.
Yeah, I mean, of all the things we can criticize Land for in, not repairing his imp TC, he has been just so active with these knights, and it's definitely been a very big factor in keeping Miguel down, even as he is also, falling. It's like, I'm going down, but I'm taking you with me.
Well, Dogao is doing a massive game here. Let's give the credit he deserves. Not only with the kills, he's just slinging like a beast. We will see in the statistics later. There's a really good thing for Brazilians. They take that Tatot castle. And one thing, if Spain is not doing now the damage that they should, Brazil is starting to set up 4 markets in each corner. Well, I don't see Spain doing absolutely anything close to that. And if Brazil gets some trade going, Orlu, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh yeah, definitely. They do, I think, fundamentally have the stronger late game saves. Paladin is almost in. In fact, it is now in. And that is going to be very bad for the Tarkans. As much as I love the Torchmen, they are just going to be tickling the Paladins. Yeah, that's not great.
Well, now Brazil has the better army, and there is 3 trebuchets. I don't see army from Tatot anymore. Well, I see them now. There is no more trade. There is no more trade for them because they are going to the trade. Yes, but you need to secure the rest of the map, because if you are going for the trade, and you are gonna probably lose those arbalists against Dogao, and then you are losing all your forwards, you won't have any corner. I'm extremely surprised that Spain is really losing this game, because in my opinion, they should have never lost this game, and they seem to be losing it.
Well, I don't think it's over yet. Halberdier switch coming in here for Tato, that's going to be very good. And I think what they really need at this point is just to buy time. And skirmishers, they're going to be taking a very good trade against those arbalists at the base of land. Tarkans coming in once again, and they're going to be very good at just outmaneuvering the Teutonic army. And if you can snipe that castle with your Tarkans, that I think can be one step closer into actually making this game happen, but still Tato losing a castle.
I don't know where Tato is losing a castle right now?
On the right side of the map.
Okay.
See the 3 trebuchets from Miguel that are now getting attacked by the Tarkans.
Okay, he's gonna take it now. Okay, he's taking all those trebuchets, and those paladins ready in Tato's economy. But how is the village number? Village number, Lanis is still ahead. Dogao handed 30 villages.
Look at Miguel in the south, man. Oh no! The Tarkans just annihilated the town center and killed at least 20 villagers or so.
Man, your favorite units is gonna take absolutely everything. Look at the Tarkans in the south taking all the arbalists, and now if we find in the castle, well, doesn't matter. Those Tarkans really eat the arbalists, and now they can't even kill the castle. And on the other side, look at the skirmishers and arbalists. Are you for real? Spain is coming back from the hell thanks to the Tarkans. And why that? Because the number from land, Mr. Orlu, is insane. 70 army, he has the most army in the game, and now Tatot 40, double than Dogao, while Miguel got nothing. Spain is coming back and winning this one when we were thinking that they could lose that one. Whoa!
The game looked to be slipping out of their hands just for a little bit, but Tato, I think, is just doing such a good job, realizing that he was in the really strong position, but the army comp they needed was lands, so he just being in a supportive role, doing the slinging, making the skirmishers, and just sort of giving land the position he needed to really just annihilate everything with Tarkans, and then he's doing just that. That's a really great team play.
Orlu, look at those Tarkans on Dogao's base. He's cleaning it all. I mean, he's cleaning the TCs. This is siege rams with mobility.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Siege rams with mobility. Those Tarkans killing absolutely everything. And we have to point out one thing why this also happened. Both were slinging. Of course, Tatot was doing cheap army, but Dogao as well. But the biggest difference here was that Lan has got always a much better economy than Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
On his own, I mean.
Yeah. And also, the Tarkans are a lot cheaper and easier to get up and running than our Paladins.
Yeah. Well, you remember the all hands. This couldn't be possible without Marauder's Abrid. With Marauder Abrid that you can spam from a stable these Tarkans, that's completely also make a huge difference. And now Lan is even taking the score, leading his own team. Wow!
This is just so sick to see. I mean,
Wow.
Lance KD is absolutely gorgeous, and those Tarkans, I mean, this is
Yeah.
this
No,
is the base formerly known as Dogao's at this point.
check the population. Dogao has lost 100 population in the last 2-3 minutes. Look at the population going down like Khmer is getting the food. The same speed, Dogao is losing absolutely everything. Everything.
Indeed, and like I said, I wanted to see Tarkans because Miguel had no army, and Dogao was the one who was really kind of overbearing. And you just need something that can really just hard counter those archers and snowball the games. And that is exactly what we are seeing as really there's just no hope, honestly, at all for Brazil.
No, it's 50 population, Orlo. I mean, they are getting defeated. Both with 50 population, they are getting absolutely defeated. And as a player now, they might be, mostly Dogao might be so damn tilted. GG call, they have to be now incredibly tilted. Or not, Mr. Orlo, what do you think? I really believe that Dogao might be now so frustrated.
Just knowing Dogao, yeah, I think Dogao could be pretty frustrated at this point. He was in a very strong position, but he just wasn't able to make that finishing blow happen. And just, again, the movement of the cavalry from land, even if it was the knights or the Tarkans, was just really sick, always trying to find some damage, and then Tato just being that rock-solid support that he needed to be, really just helping get Spain over the finish line. And that, I will say, Mem, was a fantastic game of Ghost Lake.
Orlo, I was about to tell you, now we have one game in Ghost Lake to remember.
Exactly.
Finally, man. Finally.
I'll take it.
Okay. No, you don't have to take the blame. I mean, we were talking about what was the reality till now, and the reality till now was that the Ghost Lake games were kinda, but this one was back and forth, sick, that they, but you can see, I mean, Miguel economy on his own, just look at Miguel economy on his own. Miguel got 15,000 resources link. 15,000. Lan got 7k, which is less than half, but Lan on his own got 10,000 more food and 4k more gold. That's why Lan, even if Miguel got with Paladins and was a little bit scary for Spain for a moment, Lan could mass the amount of army he did. That was 91 Tarkans. I mean, 91 Tarkans. Look, how do you stop 21 Tarkans when Miguel maximum population in terms of army was 27?
Look at the timeline, ma'am. Just in mid to late Imperial Age, you just see land explode onto the map.
I mean, just look at land how explode, and then to go, it went all down. Guys, we love this game for a reason. Let's go for the game number 3, Mr. Orlo.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting the next game. Orlo just transfer me a virus. And guys, we're going to be with the game number 3, Team Islands, Spain with Berbers and Italians, Brazil with Malay and Japanese. And since Orlo is an amazing one with the analysis, he's gonna tell us which team got the better civilizations.
Well, I think, one, I'm very excited because Tato and Togao are two of the very best water players in the world. So if we can see these guys match up, and they are on the same side, so like if we just see like a pure water fight between them, I think it could be really good. Japanese, Italians, two civs that I think are very, very similar in strength and sort of what they're good at. So we'll kind of have to see how that plays out. And then I think it's going to be the dynamic of Lan with the landing, and then Miguel maybe with the landing defense. It's what we see a lot with Malay on this map.
But the landing defense is not working at all. I don't know what you think.
Well, it's to
in
prevent
general
you from dying to the land.
Yeah.
But I feel like being proactive is even better.
Yeah. I mean, like going for the counter landing as well, even to stay at home, because the other players are going to be completely safe at home. And that's always an advantage with the economy.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that when it comes to being a landing civ, though, I think Berbers are going to be very, very strong. Cheap knights. You can go for crossbowmen in early Castle Age as well. It's totally viable, and then all of that can be quite good. And then both civs, of course, in late game can transition onto water quite strongly. Berbers have the faster moving ships, which just feels super great to micro, and then Malay have the power of harbors.
Okay, I'm very worried, Orlo, because you are not totally infecting me. You are infecting my chat, because someone asked me, man, do you think land will do landing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is looking bad, Orlo. I mean, seriously, this is something to consider for the future castings, you know.
Oh,
anyway,
well, you know,
do you really
what
think?
You gotta do, man.
And what about the map generation? Because it seems, in a first look, that maybe Brazil got a bigger island.
Maybe, but they don't have as much gold. I see 2 extra golds, 1 extra stone for Spain.
I see 8 golds. I see 8 gold for all. If you check in the minimap, both teams I think have the same.
Yeah. I didn't see the one to the far east of the map. Yeah. So okay, that's all even. And honestly, I think then we can safely say it is a more or less even Team Islands map, and then that's good.
So do you think that the way to go for land is gonna be landing? He's having the dock at the back, so it seems that he's gonna make the transport there. Usually, the players that are doing the dock that clearly at the back, he's gonna do the landing. Of course, he still have a long way to bring the transport in front.
But Berbers, they do have the faster moving ships, which is a little bit helpful. You're gonna be able to benefit from that. Interestingly, we have Tato going with the forward dock, though. So he wants to definitely be getting up and aggressive.
It's a bit risky, no? It's not better to go in a site? If you're going to be long
the back dock.
Yeah.
And Miguel kind of with the side dock.
Wow. Okay. Brazil going defensive already. Well, if he's going defensive, it's because one of those will go, like you say, defensive landing. And I don't know. We saw what happened yesterday with that defensive landing. They got destroyed. But man, I really love it how yesterday they just landed scout, mind game, and then go for the fast castle. Was amazing. Was really amazing.
And you can tell that was an adaptation, right? Because Lix shot the board with his town center. So like they just kind of decided that on the spot, which I think is even more like amazing.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We got to see already land transport. I mean, was expected, no surprise. We're not gonna go with Mestradamus, right, Orlo, because it's seriously expected in this situation to go for the landing for land, and we don't see any transport, and I'm just waiting for the barrack maybe for Miguel.
Yeah, I feel like that would make a lot of sense. We already have the walls coming in here for Dogao. And yes, we do have the Middle Age clicked up first here for Tato, although we might have Miguel get there faster with the power of Malay. And it's just going to be interesting to see what exactly he wants to do with that. There's
I
no
really
barracks.
don't know. It's the barrack, right? Yeah. Okay, he's not doing
I don't see a barracks.
No, I don't see anything. Yeah. Transport. Okay, he's doing a transport. Miguel is doing a transport, so he's gonna be active. I'm gonna try to go aggressive, but those transports are close to see each other. Not at all, but it seems that land is gonna be a little bit faster. I don't know, because the time up from Miguel is gonna be stronger thanks to Malay, and now 2 scouts and the 2 villas is going to be there. Okay, they are trying to surprise, and 3 villas he's sending. But one thing that I don't like from Malay is that as soon as you are going up, oh, he's doing the barrack at home, you usually get a little bit less resources, because that fast time, it gives you less time to gather resources. So, and they are going to, there you go. They spotted already, but there is only 1 scout here to defend. So they are going to attack, and Lan also has the barrack at home. So now it depends of the multitasking from the players. And Lan can see blue also in his base, Mr. Orwell.
Yep, that is a very, very close stable, but also one that could potentially get walled off. I don't know where the woman is going. I feel like she would want to wall off the rest of the base over there.
And Okay, he's doing one spear, so Lan noticed it as well. Now it's gonna be complicated to multitask the casting. Why? Because we need to check the water. Tato is going full water, like we said. Dogao is going full water as well with 3 dogs, or on the way to make the 3 dogs. And Lan is gonna be wall completely. It's gonna be wall completely, it seems. But it's gonna be wall completely as well, Blue. Yes, so maybe some transport? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe a transition into Castle Age. Interesting, Lan is hunting the Ibex while shanking a Komodo dragon. But I don't think anyone is going to be getting a ton of damage here unless they really commit to making aggression happen with some forward towers and archery ranges.
Do you think it's worth it to do now the archery range, or better to go to Castle Age since you cannot surprise your opponents anymore?
I like the Castle Age approach more, especially if you're melee.
Well, he's not listening to you and he's doing the archery range. He's trying to go probably more aggressive, and he will try to probably disturb Tatot and make that he lose the water. But Tatot is doing something that Dogao is not. He's taking Malay fish, which is gonna make that the economy from Miguel it's even lower right now.
And this is, of course, the benefit of going for the back dock. You're able to have your fishing ships just be further away. Also, noticeably, the Land squeezed out an extra fishing ship just for that little bit more food eco. So that's quite nice to see. And right now, we also have the dichotomy between fire galleys for Tato versus the galleys of Dogao.
Okay, let's see what is going to happen. He's sending the galleys now. He's doing the blastsmith. I'm just checking, and it seems that Tatot is getting some good advantage on water. I don't know what you think. He's chasing those fire galleys, and also he took already the fish, and he's open here, yellow. Oh, Miguel still didn't wall. I can't believe that he still didn't wall. He's gonna pick up 2 villas already, and this is already a really good situation for Spain, Mr. Orlu. A massive advantage, I would say.
Oh, it is. Yeah, absolutely massive indeed. Ships
He do not
going
notice.
down.
He do not notice, Orlu. He don't react. Taking the fishing ship with the scout, and now taking more villas. Man, what happened with Miguel sleeping? He took so many villas, and now Land got 7, 8 villas more. Wow.
Oh no! And remember that Miguel's Malay, he should have 2 more villagers than his opponent in a vacuum, but with 1 killed and 9 deaths.
Wow.
Oh no.
Well, since we, like you said, if we take in consideration that he should be 2 villages ahead because of Malay and he's 7 behind, he lost a lot. I mean, a lot. Well, he lost pretty much the game. If you take the resources, he's on 0 economy. He's trying to put some pressure on Tato, but didn't do too much damage, and Tato is still on point on water. And now Lan is about to go Castle Age, Mr. Orlu.
Indeed he is, but honestly, Dogao doing a nice job sniping the fishing ships of Lan, just kind of maneuvering around with his galleys. And they are going to be scaling much better than the fire galleys, as they're just trying to catch up to the regular galleys.
Yeah, but the biggest problem, Orlu, is that Lan is clicking up Castle Age, and he's still landing in the middle with Berbers. How many knights he can do now in Castle Age? He's up. He's on the way to Castle Age. How many knights he can do? And that transport in the south, Orlu, gonna get the scout and gonna land now Dogao base. Dogao is going to Castle Age. Yes, it's good to go Castle Age. But honestly, Lan can destroy his base, in my opinion.
Yeah, how much is winning water really worth if you're also dying on land? I mean, it's... You need your buildings on the land. You can't build, water cities. You can't build Tenochtitlan. You have to, have an eco.
Look at the berries. Orlu, look at the berries. Look at the berries right now. And even supporting with a fire galley. I mean, poof. Yeah, it's a total destruction, and this is the probably 3-0 for Spain, because when he reaches Castle, he's gonna go siege, he's gonna go probably even another stable, and the domination will be real. And now Tato is as well on the way to Castle with Italians.
Indeed, he will be. It's gonna be a little bit tricky on water, I feel, especially if Dogao can sort of make something happen, as Tato is kind of having to sail his ships away to safety. Defensive tower is forced out here for land, but yeah. Still stuck in feudal age is Miguel, and he's just not really going to be able to get a whole lot done.
Yeah, well, the score is absolutely tricky. We see the second stable already in the middle from land. And after that one, he's gonna spam knights and probably will do the siege war sub, like you said. Yes, Miguel is still in the middle, but he's not doing anything. Why? Because they got the stone walls. Tato the stone walls and land stone walls as well, and one tower. He has a lot of villages on goal at the back that could be really hit by them if they notice. But you know, it's not the same. And what? Lan has been playing without the blast beat. He's now doing the blast beat, Mr. Oro.
I guess he went market stable, right? I mean, he didn't really need the blacksmith for anything in particular until right now, so I think that's honestly fine. But there is the overchop is noticed by Dogao, as villager need to send him back. But yeah, we're going to be seeing some huge plays on water right now because there's really nothing else going in favor of Team Brazil.
Yeah, look, he's trying, but now the knights are just taking some villages from Dogao, and I insist, ooh, another village will be down because he's outside, and when he has the siege there, what Dogao can do here to hold? Pretty much nothing, Mr. Orlo.
Yeah, I'm rather alarmed by the lack of literally anything to defend against knights, because you know this is coming. But you just don't have anything. No defensive siege workshop, no defensive monastery, no nothing.
Isn't weird? Honestly.
I don't know why you think you wouldn't be dying to that.
Okay, be careful because now he's doing some damage to land. He's definitely doing some damage because he found the goal. That's good. He killed a couple of villages, but he's still in field blades. Now he's doing one stable at home, and land will be okay. And the mangonel is gonna make a massive damage into Dogao. When he killed that village and break in, it's the game.
Yeah, this
pretty much
is pretty over, honestly.
Yeah, he's walling, but he's walling again. But if he just focus with the mangonel, he's inside, and I wouldn't be surprised that they call it.
Yeah, kind of a disappointing performance from Brazil, honestly.
I didn't want to say.
It seems like they're just not really able to keep up with Spain.
No. Well, honestly, I don't know what you think because we didn't talk about Spain and Norway yesterday, but I love it how Spain played yesterday. I mean, of course, I'm Spanish, but they were putting, in my opinion, all the strategies, and Norway was just reacting to those strategies, and since they are incredible players, they obviously could win the series, but they were playing the meta while Spain was trying something different to play against Norway.
Yeah, and I can really appreciate that, and you can just see the amount of thought they put into their games, which is always really, really nice to see. And in my opinion, I think Spain would be well-deserving of the third place spot in this tournament, because I think they actually have been performing the third best of any team.
Yeah, for sure, I mean.
And that, I think, is a huge accomplishment for them, because people thought they'd be good, but I don't think anyone thought they'd be this good.
Exactly. I mean, they only lost. They didn't win yet today, but they only lost versus Norway. Like, that's something that can happen to pretty much all the teams in the tournament. Anyway, we need to check because this is going fun now. We were talking that probably was completely over, but now there's a problem here on Tatot base. And many crobos and elephants. But Tatot has siege wars up, got a stable as well, and he might try to defend. He will make some monastery to make some monks because those elephants gonna be difficult to deal with. Of course, the elephants has what upgrades +1 only because it's Malay. But with the mangonel and so good micro, if he take the crobos down, should be okay with the monastery. And they, well, both are attacking each other, but the problem is that Tatot is still alive on water and he's Italians, so it can be much better. Ooh, he didn't wall, and now the mangonel, you need to defend the mangonel is gonna lose. Well, Tatot is in some real problems as well.
But did you see at the base of Miguel, Dogao with the tilt pinging his teammate who was getting attacked because Miguel didn't notice?
I didn't notice.
Yeah, Dogao was just like ping spamming the base of Miguel.
Like, wake up, man! You don't see it, man! You don't see it! Yeah, but now he's doing a massive damage on Tatot. He's doing a really massive damage. Those elephants are doing a... Wow! Well, it's very hard to kill that combination, honestly. Elephants and archers, you need a big bada boom and a few monks. But if that happens, then they take back... Ooh, mangonel! Okay.
And yeah, again, this is pre-nerf elephants, everybody. They are still with 3 more bonus damage versus buildings, so they are going to be tearing through them quite effectively. But losing all of those crossbowmen really, I think, is just taking a lot of the wind out of your proverbial sails.
Yeah.
As, yeah, Miguel is still dying at home.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. Lan is raiding both. He's attacking Dogal, and he's attacking Miguel. Miguel is still with 39 villages, Dogal 33. Just look at the village number from Spain. They are super, super ahead. And now, all the military from Miguel is in the hell. Pretty much.
Well, the one monk has to run, man! Yep,
Okay,
now all of the military is gone. And what do you even do if you're...
GG. Nothing.
Yeah, okay, good.
Nothing. I mean,
Good,
it was over. It was like a desperate attack because the landing here from land was insane. And we have, honestly, something that I don't know you, but I kind of expected. Because watching the performance from yesterday and how Spain play against Norway, I expected this kind of series. I don't know what you think.
I thought Spain would win, but I thought Brazil would be putting up a little bit of a better showing, to be honest. But honestly, it just seems like the aggression is just really a lot more focused from Spain. It seems like they just have a much better idea of like what the next step is going to be in the game.
Honestly, Oru, it seems to me they are playing similar to yesterday, but Dogan and Miguel are not MBL and Viper. As simple as that. Like, the defense that they do is not the same that MBL will do here or Viper. And against them, definitely Tato the Land, they are, all the strategies are working really, really smooth.
Yeah, and again, I really have to credit Tato and Lan for just sort of coming together for this tournament really, really well. Like, they're not teammates normally, and I mean, sure, they've played together a little bit in the past, but they really seem to be sort of clicking with each other pretty well, quickly.
Well, you should trust in Spanish people, you know, or what I mean? I mean, Spanish people work really well with everyone, you know what I mean?
Isn't Spain like one of the most fragmented countries in Europe?
54 villages Tato, 54 villages Lan. I'm gonna ban this disco caster right now. 54 villages from both Spanish, because I don't want to go into this or I'm gonna kill him. Guys, let's go for the game number 4. Such an ass. Game number 4, guys, is gonna happen right now, and we're going to see an interesting matchup with Franks and Byzantines. Probably the first time we see Franks and Byzantines together in the tournament. Mr. Oro will correct me. And then Mayans and Lithuanians. In theory, I really prefer Mayans and Lithuanians, but it always depends how the game is going, Mr. Orlo.
Yep, I totally agree. Interestingly, we do have the situation where it is Archer Civ v Cav Civ. So it's not going to really be like a straight one-for-one comparison. And just taking a quick look at the relic positions relative to the Lithuanian player, I only see one that's really super close. Yeah, the rest are kind of far away, honestly.
And did he find it? Because if you don't explore that far... No! Look at that! He has explored... And I'm telling like this because when you don't explore, or when you have found all your main resources, why to explore that area again?
Yeah. Not until you go over to take that gold later on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But you got the relic super close. And then another relic on Tato.
Scout it.
Another relic on Tato base. He's gonna scout with the ships, maybe? With the goat? This is important, man. Let's go, baby. Explore.
If he doesn't go that far, it's gonna be pretty bad for Lan.
Seriously, man. Orlu.
Yep.
I mean, Orlu. Can I ask you a personal question?
Uh-huh.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No, not right now.
You need it, man. Seriously, I mean, this.
Man, I've left my house like 5 times in the last 8 months. I mean, come on, man. I'm still like.
But man, I'm seriously. If you say, I mean, it's not working. I mean, it's okay for me. I can deal with that, but it's not working, man. Come on, man. Or look, seriously, your jokes, you impress me, man. Your jokes are going into really in another level, man. Honestly.
Oh yeah, it's like you pass the point of the jokes being bad where they're finally good again.
Oh my god. GG will play, man. GG will play.
Man.
Well, it was really bad because he didn't find it. But I believe that he will find it anyway. And now, jokes aside, who got for you the best map? Because in a first look, I'm checking Tatot, and I like his map. I check Lan, I like his map as well with everything at the back. I mean, Valley maps usually are not really terrible.
No, usually you can just kind of play connect the dots with your little forests and kind of be in an alright spot. What I don't like is actually Dogao's base, where he's got that huge freaking hill in front of it with the kind of forward gold and forward wood line. So that actually might be something that could be a bit of an issue as the game goes on.
Yeah, but he will wall completely because there's a lot of wood, right? Yeah, but still, if
Like
they push from there...
like Siege Workshop and stuff?
Exactly.
Like, we saw that, you know, Viper had a sick defense, but that hill in front of his base yesterday on Valley was definitely a problem.
Well, I don't want to talk about that game because I honestly think that if they macro a little bit better than Moxie in the start, they will take Viper.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Yeah, it was unfortunate. But anyway, that was another story. And if you missed it, you can always watch the VODs, you can always watch YouTube, whatever you prefer, guys. It was a very nice series. I highly recommend you to watch. But back into this one, we see how Miguel is already walling like crazy. Which is fine, but if you wall super early, trying to kill and taking two ships already. Oh boy.
Oh,
on
that's
point,
annoying.
Spain. Yeah, on point. And he took it, man.
Yeah.
And then my question is, why you don't let lane boars, but then you can lane ships and everything else? Can you explain me? I don't understand.
Yes, actually, because I made a whole video talking about laming
Really?
and different types. Yeah, I made a whole big discussion video about the different types of laming and why sometimes we think it's okay and sometimes we think that it's not okay. And I think it's specifically laming boars with scouts that is the least interactive and most swingy, because just sometimes you have two forward boars and you just can't scout them right away, and then you just, you know, there is, if everything goes well for your opponent, there is literally nothing that you're losing going for
But then,
like, yeah, there's a risk, but
then, Orlu, I have to stop you here, and I'm sorry, why? Then is when the map creator made what Krasini did in KOTD. You put the boar at the back. And you make all more difficult, and still you have more chances to do something on Dark Age. Because if not, like, we really need to get the game into a point. This is what Red Bull is trying, right? Like, esport, faster pace it. If we make these kind of rules, we limitate a lot the strategies and make that nothing happens at all in the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It's my opinion, obviously.
Yeah. And I don't, like, 100% disagree with you, but I still think AoE has more going on in the early stages than League of Legends, which can take a while to get up and running, and League of Legends obviously has no problems when it comes to popularity.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think that it needs to be super fast, but of course that can make it more exciting, but also excitement comes in the form of dead villagers as Dogao comes in to the base of land.
Yeah, he lost one valley land because he didn't wall, which is a little bit sloppy. Don't be in the wall that yet. Blue and green are already wall. It's true that Miguel has lost the scout, and Lan obviously with Lithuanians quite fast up. But now, what is the next strategy? Well, Tattoo is gonna go for the fast castle, so I believe that, yeah, Lan is getting punished a little. He will clean with the scouts, and then they will try to focus on who, because everyone is gonna be wall.
Yeah. And I think the question becomes, how much do you want to commit to Feudal Age? You know that the Archer players are probably going fast castle, and indeed that's going to be the case. So if you're Miguel, you don't even have a barracks. It's like Ghost Lake, where you just go Feudal Age and then you just go Castle Age without a care in the world. But
well,
man, the 5,000 IQ play is to go fast imp if you're Dogao, because you know you're not going to be under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, well, that's true, but it's obviously tricky. I mean, Lithuanians is fine because you get great economy. You get 150 food extra, so pretty much you can go for a good transition to castles. And if you notice that your opponent is not even doing a scout, it's even easier, you know? He's trying to help. Of course, these militias are doing a massive damage, I will say, because he's dealing with the scout, with the eagles, with everything. He took a valley, so it's great what Togawa is doing here right now.
Oh yeah, I mean 3 kills to 1 death with the Drush, and you're still having 3 militia alive. But like that is not anything you're ever going to complain about. So that's honestly quite nicely done for him. Scouts are going to be just waiting till they have another scout or maybe 2, and I don't think a whole lot more is going to happen. And 28 villagers for Dogao. That's still a little too early for a fast imp, so I think it's just going to be fast castle crossbowman.
Yeah, but my question here is, Datot is gonna be much faster. Of course, Lan is being delayed, but what he can do now, Miguel is going without even an army. He will go up, yes, for sure, but I don't know, man. I think Datot should dominate in this situation, because he's gonna be much faster than Dogao.
Yeah, well, Tato didn't go for the Drush, so they were able to, or he was able to get to a faster uptime because of it. Did the Drush do enough to justify its existence? Maybe, probably, honestly. But you are going to have to be pretty careful about Tato, as mines, when left to their own devices to go for Drush Fast Castle, are going to be really scary.
And I think it's not worthy because of Miguel's strategy. Why? Because in these kind of situations, you usually need some army to hold a little bit. And I really think that Tato, that is on the way to Castle Age right now, should go aggressive into Miguel. And if he's going aggressive into Miguel, and Lan is also sending the scouts, well, he has only 1 scout. That's the problem for Lan, because he lost a lot. But then, what Miguel can do?
I think Miguel's just going to try and combat this with a very comparable uptime of his own. And, he's about ready to click up. It's going to be maybe 35-ish% difference. Honestly, I think you can survive that. I mean, It takes a little bit of time for the crossbowmen to come in and get their upgrades and then punch through the walls.
Yeah, but honestly, you didn't see yet a single scout from Miguel. They should know 100% that he's not even doing scouts. So he need to attack. Tato need to move the archers right now.
But that's like not what Tato's been doing. I mean, he's been holding back until Castle Age.
Too long, yeah. And now he's on the way to everyone is on the way to Castle. How is the resources for Lan? Well, Lan is gathering some nice economy. He will be up, but obviously he's gonna be slower than everyone else in the game. He's gonna be able Tato to hold alone till he join the party, because now they are just discovering that Miguel is up to Castle Age.
Indeed, and Miguel is now going to be adding in some additional scouts, or at least an additional scout, maybe just to see what's going on.
He doesn't need, because he's gonna see the archers in his face right now, and those archers are gonna be Castle Age. Honestly, I don't know if he has time to hold. I don't know if Miguel has time to hold. He will need some walls. He's gonna make the walls, but those are gonna be archers and crossbows very fast. And well, now Tato is buying time then for Lan. And Lan is up.
Forcing out the defensive stone gate means you can't get a third TC unless you start mining some stone. I think, honestly, since Lan didn't have any scouts, you could just go for some, maybe like 4 or 5 scouts and then, completely crush it with like your first 2 knights. But honestly, Tato just going to be walking away. Really not a whole lot of damage being done.
Yeah, well, he feel like Frank's great economy is going to spam knight like he's doing. So he really need to wait Lan at the moment. And Lan has a problem, and it's really a problem because, sadly, we were joking in the start, but the relic is just so close to his base and he cannot see it, and he's not gonna see it till he need that goal. And that is not happening yet because his goal is at the back, he's still safe. So that's a problem because now Franks will have, in my opinion, an important advantage, honestly.
Yeah, certainly. Does he see any relics, in fact?
No.
No, not unless Tato has scouted it and just told him. And he's got a 1 relic. But that's not really going to be enough to overcome the economic advantage that Franks are going to be having.
Well, Lan is okay because he's doing the market here, he's holding the position a little bit. He did market only 350 HP and he is able to put another house in the other weak spot he got. But he's gonna be in time now to have the knights because he's in castle, so now both are okay. And this is so many crossbows from Tato and not so many knights from Miguel to be able to hold the position here. Or maybe not.
It's going to come down to the power of micro. 2 more knights coming in here for Miguel. They have +2 defense.
Yeah, but the knights are coming as well from Lan, and Lan now is in the position to delete the houses. He has to delete. He's coming, trying to micro as much as possible. The knights are also arriving here, and they are doing a really important damage into Lan archers, into Tato archers. Sorry.
Yeah, that was really nice micro and control from the Brazilians. I mean, look at Miguel, 10 kills to 2 deaths. That's not anything I'm going to complain about.
Yeah, the good thing is that Tato got Mayans cheaper archers, so he should be okay. Now he's adding more knights, and I don't know. A TC is needed. That TC is super needed in the goal. I will even put more villages to make it. Otherwise, problems. Otherwise, real problems. He's gonna try to come from behind. He need to react. It's the first time that we see the Brazilian in a dominant position in the series.
Yeah, they're looking quite good, and indeed sending those wood villagers over just to ensure that the town center is completed. Is not Sicilians, does not have the faster built town centers, needs to send more villagers over.
Oh my god, already with those civilizations. I don't want to go into that topic. and, okay, be careful with those. Now he doesn't have ballistic, but he still take one villager. The Crobos are coming from Tato. I don't know if he's gonna be in time. This is a ideal, really ideal situation for a player like Miguel, who usually love to play with coverage safe, and he's not getting ready. In this situation, Miguel is extremely good. Under the pressure is different story, but that happens to everyone, right? But now, with the nice +2 and +2, if they join the party, who has more numbers? Dogao still have 5. Yeah, Brazil got the numbers definitely. So it's all about the micro now. The upgrades are pretty much the same, even with more upgrades, +1 attack, because Lithuanians in this situation, remember, they need the relics or Franks take over.
Exactly, and now we're in the interesting position where the person in the single strongest position is Tato, and then the person in the single weakest position is Lan, and then the two Brazilians are kind of in the middle, so it's about, can they now do damage to Tato to really give themselves a nice position, take at least one game in this set?
Well, if they don't make damage to Tato, the Mayans are Mayans. I don't know what you think, but Mayans are incredible. And I wouldn't be surprised that Tato drop a castle soon, right? Because he's mining stone to defend, to be with the whole position. And if he reach Imperial faster and not also Obsidian Arrows, then oh boy. Obviously, Land 46 village, which surprised me that he's still the same village than Miguel. They are taking one archery range, but they are giving time to Land to catch up in numbers. So this is not terrible for Spain right now. Obviously, they are doing damage. And if they take the second archery range, then maybe it's a different story. What do you think?
Yeah, Tato's still far away from getting a defensive castle up of his own, and the archery ranges are important as, well, they allow you to make archers. So it's going to be kind of hard to sort of keep up in that regard. Some villagers going down, that's certainly going to be very nice there for Dogao. And overall, the trades have just been so vastly in favor of the Brazilians.
They definitely do, and I don't know what Lan is doing now with the knights. Oh, he's trying to come from behind because there's a lot more archers in that position for Tato. He has a lot more archers, but there's also seems to be more knights. More knights for Frank, so I don't know if this battle is gonna be good. They're still coming from behind, but it's not working. It's not working, Lan. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? He's trying to get the kill.
Doing?
Yeah.
That was kind of weird.
And now look at the archers.
Now coming in here for Tato, that's going to be very important.
Okay, Ballistic and Thumbrin. Ballistic and Thumbrin, but why he didn't take the hill? He could have taken the hill there.
Wondering the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Still though, the longer that Lan can buy time, the more likely Tato can just get up a defensive castle, and once he can do that, I think they're going to be in a really strong position, but he's not there yet. And
yeah, and why he didn't wall? I mean, he got time to make his stone walls even there, or wall a little to get more time. Of course, those archers now are gonna be sick, because those archers are, I mean, a lot of archers, and the most important is with all the upgrades, Thumbrin and Ballistic, which I don't think that now, right now, Dogao with the Byzantines got.
No, he does not, I believe, as well. And look at this again from Lan, just really trying to buy time for his teammate. He did a nice little raid over at the base of Miguel, killing several villagers, even has more villagers than his Frankish counterpart.
Wow,
and
that's crazy.
Look at this, Tato, time has been bought, and he's going to stabilize.
Yeah, now Lan is getting also some good raiding at the back. He didn't notice in time. He lost 5 villages, so he's probably not ahead anymore to Miguel, but he's gonna clean those archers, and I still believe that if now Tatot is doing a castle in that hill in front where it was the 2 archer ranges, Tatot can still dominate with the Mayans. I don't know what you think.
Oh yeah, just get obsidian arrows and then just patrol across the map and win the game. All you need to do.
Well, he's gonna make the castle, and now he's going, whoa. He's trying to wall. He's gonna make a siege war sub. I don't know if he's gonna defend an oath land. He has the siege war sub coming, but it's too many knights, and the minor will happen. He need to wall. He's also, there is one knight inside. He didn't make the house connected with the stable. I don't think that he's gonna wall in time, but Tatot need to attack. They need to attack Miguel. He can't go back now with those archers because he's not gonna join in time. So he need to take the risk. Lan, and let's see if he can wall. He's not walling. Lan not doing the greatest defense ever. And in big problems now, Lan.
Well, it's gonna be something of a base trade.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Tato's now going back. I feel like this is a mistake. I feel like you need to commit to the base trade because you're not getting all the way to the base of Lan anytime soon. And he's kind of dead.
Yeah, it's a big mistake by Tatot, in my opinion. Of course, his population is still incredible, let's say. 20 villages more, and now he's going back again! Oh, man, I hate when these kind of things happen, because he was already there. I mean, you have wasted like 1-2 minutes for what? For nothing! And what Lan needs is another TC, exactly, man! 3 town centers! Yeah, in the same spot! Look at that!
Needs
Beautiful
to get,
picture.
Hill fort so he can get that extra range so the town centers can cover each other, man.
Yeah, it's true. But now, it's still, they can destroy it. And obsidian arrows are already there, I'm telling you. Now they were going to kill the same into Miguel base. Miguel is gonna lose a lot as well.
And the thing is, he's going to lose it very quickly just with the power of obsidian arrows. Miguel taking a fairly bad fight uphill. And now it's going to be, well... obsidian arrows time, guys!
Yeah, the TC is gonna go down super fast, gonna lose all the villages as well. Both are losing a lot. So now it's gonna be archers versus archers, and in this situation, you don't kill the Mayans with Byzantines, Mr. Orlo. Simple not.
Byzantine skirmishers, if you can get the knight numbers of land low enough, could be an option. But it's going to be really hard, especially just because at the sheer speed in which Miguel is dying with obsidian arrows.
But he's gonna, exactly, I mean, he's gonna clean Miguel. Like now he's doing the Thumbrin. He's on the way to Imperial, but what they don't expect is that Tatot is in Imperial as well. And now they can't make any damage to Tatot because he got a castle. And then they can move to the Gao base. They are going to destroy Miguel. Well, they are going to destroy. They are destroying already.
Yeah, they are in the act in destroying, but kind of wanting to escape right now, not really wanting to take a big fight.
Well, he want to wait to Imperial.
Yeah, I think they just want to wait for Imperial Age. They did see that the units left the base of Lan, who notably is not completely dead. Miguel does have more villagers, but it's only 10 more, all things considered. And now it's Tato's in an amazing spot to just go to the other side of the map and kill Dogao.
Yeah, and this is what they're going to do. Now Lan is going to rebuild another TC, gonna wall completely his base. He still have 20 farmers to relocate, and those are crazy arbalests. How many he got? 59, Dogao 56. But I insist that the most important here, in my opinion, is that at home he got a castle and cheaper archers. They can't stop this. I mean, he got good amount of knights, but I don't know. Those are crazy arbalests. Crazy amount of arbalests from Tatot. But Dogao as well. Maybe they can, actually. I think they might regret not killing more from Miguel.
Yeah, I feel like they left Miguel a little too soon. He's going to rebuild his starting town center. He's going to be back up on 4. That is, he's going to be able to still get a fairly decent eco.
Yeah, well, but Tatot is wanting to have chemistry, wanting to have the second armor, doing everything. Yeah, but the same we can say. The same we can say from Lan. Look at Lan Villas now. Look at Lan Villas, and he got really destroyed. He's ahead to Miguel already. Oh boy.
Yeah, very nicely done. On the other side, Tato's reinforcements just nuking this town center. Miguel just tried to rebuild his town centers, and Tato's just knocking him right back down. Feels bad, man.
Tato has already 82 archers. 82 archers. He's killing now a guy Miguel, and that's the biggest problem because now Lan is untouched at home. There's a lot of knights, I agree, but there's knights as well from Lan. He's trying to kill the Mongol. He's gonna go around. Knights are just... Why he's chasing the knights? Can you explain me? I don't know.
Yeah, I would think he would just want to kill the Mangonel, but...
Kill the Arbalest, man.
Yeah.
Kill all the Arbalest, but still, Tato is again inside of Miguel base. Miguel base is going to disappear again. If he killed a Mongol and he killed instantly, now he's gonna take everything. And now, those knights from Miguel are lonely, so they can't do anything. Tato is right now doing the job with 100 village, 66 army, and soon able to slink his teammate with that economy.
Indeed he will be. Not too big a fan of the fight that Tato took at the north. Did end up losing quite a few of his Arbalests, and Dogao is still very competitive in that regard. But again, this is all just buying so much time here for Lan as he's able to sort of recuperate his economy, recuperate his knight numbers, and then he'll just be able to much better support his teammate, especially if he can receive a little slang.
Look, Lan economy already. I mean, he has more villains than Dogao. More villains already than Dogao, which is insane. You know, they just need to keep together because this is a lot of farming now from Brazil. They have to be careful. So Lan is still destroying Miguel, but now you need to focus more on save the Arbalest from Tato, or maybe not, because honestly, Tato can make Arbalest forever.
You can, but that still doesn't mean you don't want to just let them get surrounded and killed by the enemy team.
Okay, they're still doing a lot of Arbalest, but Tato will remake the Arbalest so quick, man. Seriously. There you go.
Yeah.
So
but
quick.
He's still
it's
down
the Mayans,
in numbers.
Man. Yeah, but he got 2 castles. Look, another castle on the right. He's going with the knights and he has a castle. Of course, he can go through and raid a little, but now you just need to go back. And Lan has already a castle at home and resources to go up to Imperial with already almost 100 villages, while Miguel, 57. 57.
Yep, he's trying to get a castle up to defend the front of his base, so you might be able to buy a little bit of time there. Going for a bit of a counterattack at the base of Tato. Going to be doing some sort of, reasonable damage, but not likely going to be quite enough.
Yeah, he's killing some villages there. Tato dropped now a few villages, but still with 100 villages, which is more than enough with the Mayans. And look at the numbers. He was behind. He's already the same numbers in military than Dogao again.
Yep, that is the case, and we are seeing actually skirmishers switch from Tato, interestingly. Kind of like in game number... whatever the Ghost-like game was. In number 2? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Arbalest, yeah, he's cleaning now, but Lan is on the way to Imperial. Lan is still... Now he's gonna find the damn relic. Finally. Because he's mining that goal exactly as we expected. He's gonna mine that goal and will take the relic. He will need it. But Tato is holding, man. I mean, I don't know if you remember the other game that he was with the Mayans. I think it was against Finland. And that's why Viper yesterday banned the Mayans from Tato. But Tato has been using the Mayans insanely good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Arbalest don't, I think, want to fight uphill.
But he want to kill the castle with the Arbalest.
No.
He can't kill it if he wanted.
This isn't like that arena game where Viper had 90 plus Arbalests just nuking castles.
Yeah. Still, the advantage is solid. We see how Miguel is now on the way to Imperial because Dogao is slinging. He's slinging Miguel, but I have seen this scenario in the game already. I have seen those kind of sling and not enough economy from Miguel on his own, which is insane. That because they were in a really good position, and now Lan, being in Imperial, if he just take few relics, he will get the Cavaliers faster, and with the amount of army Tato got 20 army more, what they can do, Mr. Arlo?
Well, I do like that Spain is getting trade established. Looks like Brazil just going over to that right now. I feel like there needs to be some sort of siege component to really start to put a lot of pressure onto Lan before he can really get himself up and running, but I just don't see it quite yet.
Yeah, well, Lan is doing a monastery on the right side as well. I believe that he's trying to go for the relics. If those paladins are getting the relics, it's gonna be also huge for them. Miguel is doing chivalry, which is great to spam the cavalry, but Miguel has good economy. Why? Because he's getting a huge slink, a brutal slink by Dogao, brutal slink. But he will have to really destroy if they want to do something in the game. And now the problem is that so many Arbales will join the party. 90 Arbales. He's starting to have a lot more than Dogao. And that's normal because if he's slinking, how you can keep the production as well? It's difficult to keep the same production.
Well, it's the price you pay for slinging, other than the the sling tax. But yeah, there's going to be relics coming in for Lan fairly soon. He's got +4 defense in. No Cavalier upgrade is a little weird. I feel like that's a pretty good one to get. So yeah, probably just forgot about that.
Yeah, he's not doing, man. I mean, he's not doing. He's with a really great population already. Much better than Miguel. I mean, I'm really surprised how in several games Lan has been in a bad position and he recovered incredibly fast, man.
Yeah, it seems, there's something that, okay, he's put in a bad spot, but he knows exactly how he needs to macro to get out of it. And of course, something helps.
Tato is taking the relics, Orlu, for Lan, you know? Look at on the right side. So
what a swell guy.
Yeah, there you go, man. Took the relic, and those knights already with +3. Ha! But still, no Cavalier upgrade, man. No Cavalier upgrade.
And Paladin's on the way for Miguel, and with Chivalry, that's going to be coming in fairly quickly.
What is he doing Lan now? Because I don't understand. Why he's not doing the upgrades? He forgot, man. Simple forgot.
Okay, now he's getting Cavalier. Now he's getting Cavalier.
Yeah, but Paladins will be there, man. And Frank's Paladins, you can spam super fast, and even if he didn't got a great economy since he's getting this link, Paladins will do the job there. Will definitely do the job.
Yes, but there really isn't much trade for Brazil, and they're not getting any trade anytime soon.
Yeah, and they're killing a guy in Miguel economy.
Yeah, and now there are 2 relics in, so it's going to be, I think, fairly competitive still, especially once Cavalier comes in.
Yeah, because those paladins got +4/+4. The Cavaliers is still gonna be there. He need to make the upgrades from the Blasmith. Lan is still with 0 resources, but 177 population.
Oh, well, here come the Paladins.
Okay. Yeah, but
that's
the Knights...
a lot of Arbs, though.
A lot of Arbalists, but a lot of Paladins as well. And under the castle, I believe that fight should be for Miguel. He's going away with those Cavaliers. Yes, those Arbalists are going to be smashed there by those Paladins. But the problem here for Brazil is that for how long, how many times they can replace that army if they lose. And that's why Lan right now need to wait till he get his own Paladins. But those Cavaliers are already +7, amigo.
It's like, oh hey, Malians, nice Farimba tech you've got there. Shame if we were to be able to get that as well, and also Paladin.
Yeah, but Tato lost all the army there. They need to hold. Now the Paladins are coming. And another thing, if they hold a little bit, and this is elite blue marches, which are much better than the Arbalists, then the army composition from Tato and Lan is gonna be far superior than Paladins and Arbalists. What do you think?
Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, it's just the matter of army quality is greatly higher. And of course, there's the eco. Lan with 154 villagers right now.
Oh my god. But still, now the numbers in military is better. Definitely better in numbers from Brazil. But like I say, they don't have trade. I look at in the mini-map. The trade income already from Spain is really sick. And Mayans, even if he's losing
so... It's a forward monastery to take a relic on the other side of the map from Lan.
What? They take all?
In the middle of the 2 bases from the Brazilians, Lan is building a forward monastery.
Okay, and the stables as well, so they cannot trade. And what I'm about to say is that, yeah, they might be killing now some villages to Tato, but he's still ahead in villages to Miguel. And honestly, you don't need so many villages with Mayans. I would be much more worried from Spain if they were killing Lan economy. I don't know what you think.
Oh yeah, I mean, Mayans need like 5 villagers maybe to produce their Lake army.
Exactly, man.
And took out with a random cataphract, but the villager walled herself in so they could finish the monastery.
Well, they didn't, and the stables are there. This is incredible how he's sneaked there with those. And I'm telling you now, the paladins are there, and those paladins +7, even if the other Frank paladins are 92 HP, the +7 should dominate, and now is a lot of plume marches. Let's see how this battle will be for Spain and Brazil.
Miguel trying to get a good surround on the plumed archers, and he is going to be doing that. Honestly, this is fairly good still for Brazil.
Yeah, but the paladins will kill. Look at Lithuanians paladins now. Look at paladins from Lithuanians on a castle lap. And the biggest problem is in the middle of the map, stables. One village is still alive, doing more and more stables, and this is terrible because you're gonna. Oh! He lost it, so he couldn't make the third stable. But still, the rating is gonna be insane right now, and this is terrible for their economy because they still have not a lot of trade.
Yeah, they just have this little fledgling trade eco, and it's gonna be under attack very soon. And the thing with just spamming light cav into your opponent in late game is it takes so much more APM to deal with it than it is just to, you know, send the light cavs in. So it just allows the Spanish players to actually go back and push forward on the other side.
I'm checking the trade, and if you check the trade, Tato has right now 40 trade card, which is 30 trade card more than Brazil. And Alan himself got also like 20 trade card as well. So now that they have just stabilized a little, check the numbers in military. Land 43 plus 8 paladins! +8 paladins!
Oh, he got the forward relic!
Yeah, he got it, man! He definitely got it! And now, he deleted the village because he was going to be convert, still there with the stables. He might lose that relic, but still, for now, he got the +8, so the army they have right now is insane.
Yep. Now it is just going to be absolutely crazy. You know, people are saying that, oh, Burgundians are going to be the most OP civ, getting 50% of your gold back. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, I'd still rather take Lithuanians +8 attack on their paladins.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, we are just waiting what? Well, we are just waiting pretty much 6 rams. 6 rams from Tato to just dominate. Now he's trying to go into the middle to try to raid with the plume archers, but they just need to go with the siege. If they go now with the siege, they should be able to dominate with the army they have. I'm going to see Dogao that is switching into halves, but honestly, the halves don't gonna help a lot against +7, and also with plume archers on the field.
Wait, why do they +4 now?
Oh.
What?
This is weird, because Lan
Got 2 relics in that month.
Lan is still the relics.
Yeah, I feel like this is a bug. I don't know if the paladins actually have +4 attack, or if it's just a visual bug.
This is... I don't understand, but they say +4 and he still have the relics. What's going on?
I hope it's just a visual bug.
Well, I just hope as well, because this is destruction for their game, honestly. Because they still have the relics, but you don't see the bonus there anymore.
Yeah, because he lost 1 relic, so he should be down to, you know, +7. But oh well, let's see, big fight here.
Yeah, I mean that can make them lose the game. I mean, not lose the game, but now the paladins for Franks are better. And you can spam forever.
I'm trying to see how much damage these paladins are doing.
Oof, they are in the trade, and the plume archers are there. And now their paladins are there as well, and if you kill the trade, you won't be able to spam. Yeah, they have zero gold, but go together. Why you leave the plume archers, Lonely? I mean, if they are really good, if you face Frank's paladins, it's gonna be complicated. Just go together, Lan. I don't know why he's not going with Tato right now.
Yep. Paladins are dealing 18 damage to the trade cards who have no armor. Yeah, it's actually a bug that they're not getting the bonus they should be getting.
Okay. So this is terrible, man. It's the first time that I see. Maybe the only the only way. Maybe they should drop the relics. They should drop the relics and take it again, and it's gonna work. Or not.
What? Now they're back to +7.
Oh my god. Thanks, DE. He's +7 again. He's doing the damage again. This is insane. Well, definitive edition with these bags in the paladins, and now getting all. Did they have now +10?
No. I thought that maybe another relic was garrison, and that kind of just reset everything.
No. But nothing happens. They don't get any other relic. Yeah. But you can see how they are cleaning in front to Dogao. Now Dogao has, well, they have dropped the population. They just can't beat this civilization composition, really. How do you kill paladins +7 and plus marches with paladins and archers? You just cannot.
No,
Simple.
It's just a worse army composition in late game, and you maybe would have to just think of something. Honestly, none of these civs have excellent siege. And yeah, you have the cheap halberdiers, but that's not quite good enough, I feel, in this scenario, not with all the plumed archers.
Yeah.
But the reason that this game isn't over is just because of the lack of siege.
You're not gonna go camels against these civs. The camels will get destroyed, especially Byzantines that are really bad. Dogao still is linking Miguel. He's trying to go with paladins, but the game and the cities are quite over, if you ask me. I don't think that they can come back. So hopefully, guys, you enjoy with the cities. You enjoy with the blacklist jokes from Orlo. And now, with those paladins and plus matches going in, there's one rally that he can take and get the +8. But Spain deserve third position in the tournament, right, Orlo?
Yeah, very much so. I think that people probably would have expected them maybe to get a top 8 performance, but getting third place is just, I think, really great for Tato and Lan. Both of which have been fairly quiet in terms of tournament results. What's up?
Yeah. Orlo, 3-0 Canada, 4-0 Brazil. Spain. It's like something to take in consideration, you know? Like, and they put yesterday in a lot of problems. GG call 4-0 Spain, Spanish people with the broken country, total domination, right, Orlo?
Oh yeah, really strong play overall, and it's not something like we're going to be seeing a lot of Lan and Tato play together in the future, just because they play for different teams. But this was really nice to see from them. And like I said, neither of them have had super strong tournament performances in the last half of this year. So it's really great to see them have this good performance.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they feel really good with their perform. That will help them, maybe even in the future, to make some more tournaments even together. Why not? Of course, it's complicated because Tato has a clan, you know, Gamer Legends, like you all know. But they have performed really great as a team. And remember one thing, and it's important. I mean, if you are a long time with Viper and other teammates, being able to communicate in your native language, it's always a plus. I don't know what you think.
Well, as an American who speaks American, we just kind of expect the entire world to you know, conform to our ways and not ever have to think about, you know, the subtleties and nuances that other people have to you know, go through.
Okay. I give up, man. I give up. Tato 90 largest army. Dogao 75 largest army. Last 74. And honestly, back into the series, and jokes aside, Miguel didn't perform really well in this series as well. Right? Yeah.
He had a fairly unconvincing tournament overall, honestly.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Dogao has been in my opinion, much superior level than Miguel here. And Miguel, well, it wasn't his best tournament, for sure. Anyway, they got Brazil A, Brazil B. It's always a debate. If we see, for example, Dogao and Ryut together, right? Because Ryut, in my opinion, even if he's not the same Ryut probably than before, I still believe that Ryut is probably, with Dogao, the strongest Brazilian, for me. You know, personal opinion.
And think that 1v1, I think it would probably be Dogao, then Ryut, then Miguel, but I'm not too sure, because Miguel and Dogao do have a ton of history.
Yeah.
So it's tricky to say.
Yeah, But that's the thing. We need to see Dogao and Ryu together and see what happened. Anyway, Brazil A0, Spain 4. Congratulations. Congratulations. And, well, you know, it's gonna be now then the grand final. And if you see on YouTube, guys, thumb up. Always thumb up.
It will be. Going to be